Welcome back to Scotty's Hobbies. Today we are looking at some more news, or I want to talk to you guys about some more news that has come out. And as you guys know, everybody knows, Trump is putting tariffs on everything right now, including imported vehicles. So I started looking into it. I'm seeing a ton of people all hyped up about the imported tariff tax, whatever you want to call it. I know a tax isn't, or tariff isn't a tax, yada yada yada, but the buck is going to get passed down to somebody. I started looking into everything because I like to make sure I'm making videos and spreading knowledge that is actual truth. And I kind of want to ask you guys, what do you think is the benefit of these tariffs? Do you hope that more production gets made in the United States? Do you think prices are going to come down? Do you think domestic vehicles are going to be sold more? Like, I want to know what the overall end goal of what you want is out of everything. It would be dope if we could make more cars domestically here in the United States. I am way more for that. But one of the hugest things that people worry about a lot more than jobs being created is the cost of living being lower. So there's a little bit of a give and take on that. Now, before we go into it too far, make sure you hit that like button right now, please. That helps me in the algo, and it's free. You can help me while I'm helping you, please. All right. I started looking into everything, and I'm like, heck yeah, this is going to be dope. The domestic vehicles, the domestic trucks are going to come down. The price is going to stay about the same, and the imported vehicles are going to be starting to cost a little bit more. Let's go over one more thing. Or I have another question for you. What vehicle do you think, or vehicles do you think, are going to be the least affected by these tariffs? This import tariff on imported vehicles. What vehicles do you think? Go ahead. Like, I'm going to give you a second, maybe three, 1,002, 1,003. Okay. What do you think it is? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Honda Ridgeline is going to be the least affected vehicle truck-wise by these tariffs. The Honda Ridgeline is one of the most American-made trucks on the road. It's a truck, right? Who even knew? So the Honda Ridgeline, about 70% of the parts are sourced out of the United States, and it is built. That vehicle is built in the United States, one of the least affected. The second most least affected is going to be your Cybertruck. These are vehicles that we all love, right? I know you guys are going to like run out and buy all these. The Honda Ridgelines, we're going to start seeing them everywhere. The Cybertrucks, we're going to start seeing those even more. Hopefully the price is going to come down. That's what's going to happen, right? I hope. Let's see. Let's go over the most common trucks that you guys all like. So the Silverado, we're covering, these are all 24-year models that we're going to be covering in this. So it's very similar for the 2025. Or this is what vehicles were sold in 2024. So this 2024 Chevy Silverado, all of them, the 1500, 25, 35, those trucks were made, about 37% of those parts were sourced domestically. It says everywhere I could find from United States and Canada, but you got to think, Canada is getting the tariffs too. So 37% of the Chevy Silverado is made in the United States. It is assembled here, but most of the parts are coming from elsewhere. So that truck isn't that domestic. Now, the 2024 Ford F-150, 32% of the parts on that truck are sourced domestically. Yes, it's assembled in the United States. The truck itself is not imported per se, but all the parts that go into it are. So 32% of that truck is made or sourced from the United States and Canada. What parts Canada and what parts United States, that part I couldn't really get into, but I did find that 32% of that truck is built between USA and Canada. That means 68% of that truck is going to be subject to tariffs. Not looking good for domestic trucks here. Now, the 2024 Ram 1500. The 1500 compared to the 2500 and larger is, you get a little bit of a different story. So the Ram 1500 is going to be your most domestically made truck between all the domestic truck makers out there. So the Ram 1500, 60% of that truck is sourced between the United States and Canada, and it is assembled in the United States. Or there's a few production plants for the Ram 1500. So 60% really is good compared to the Ford and the Chevy Silverados. So if you're looking for the most American-made domestic truck other than a Tesla, a Ram 1500 is going to be your next best bet. But then when you get to the Ram 2500s and 3500s and larger, they're all manufactured in Mexico. Some of the parts are sourced domestically here in the United States and sent to Mexico to be assembled. But the Ram 2500s, the 3500s, the 4500s, when you get in the bigger trucks, those are all assembled in Mexico. So the Ram 2500s are every single one of them are imported to the United States and are going to be subject to the tariff. So what are we really gaining from the tariffs? And I'm not for or against, I could adapt to everything, but I want to know, like, why is everybody really excited about this? I know everybody I talk to out there on the streets, they're worried about the price or the cost of living coming down, the cost of gas coming down, the cost of electricity and gas in your house coming down, registration fees coming down, stuff like that. Nobody has brought up anything about where their vehicle is made. But that might be a problem or a issue that is really big out there on the interweb. So I just want to know, what is your guys' take on the tariffs that are affecting the vehicles being sold and manufactured in the United States? I will be making a lot more videos as I do a lot more research, and we are going to be having more plants being made here in the United States. There was a Hyundai plant somewhere on the East Coast, and I believe in 2024, they said that they were going to start production in 2025 or 2026. Trump says it's because him. And don't get me wrong, I like the Trump administration. I like what he's doing. I support the cause, but I like facts and truth rather than people being able to play on stuff and say it's their cause. But Hyundai, a long time ago, said they're going to bring production to the United States. So that's not all a Trump thing. And you guys could hate me for that. I would love it. Please hit that like button if you want. Hit that dislike button if you want. Everything helps me out. Make sure to comment below with what you really think about what is going on with these tariffs, or what you like to see as the outcome from these tariffs. Don't forget to check out the video library. I have a ton of videos out there on the smog laws that are changing. So you have the Stop CARB Act, the Transportation Freedom Act. Here in California, you have Leno's Law. What else is there? There's one more I forget right now. The cars, I think I said that one. But there's videos on everything that's currently going on, and I am going to be doing research and bringing that research to you, the facts to you guys, not my assumptions or my hoopla or my hype. I am kind of boring, but I like to give you guys facts. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell everybody about Scotty's Hobbies, and I will see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video.